You're about to see a home that has great views, is very spacious, and has a grand entrance. Stick around for this one. Hey everyone, Raj Sahu here, realtor in Austin, Texas, back with another walkthrough. Today we're going through the Kaufman Plan with Coventry Homes. This is actually a resale home that was built in 2019. So you're gonna get to see how this homeowner designed this home. You're also gonna see a fantastic lot that backs up to greenery, has a view off the backyard, and the lot size is actually over 35,000 square feet. Now we will get out to the backyard and I'll showcase that view and everything, but let's start on the inside of the home that opens up with these tall ceilings all open to the second story. And while we're walking out to the main living area, I want to make a shout out to the listing agent, Emily Dieckmann at Keller Williams Realty. Thank you for allowing me to put this on the channel. This home is for sale at just under $1.5 million, and the information for this listing is in the description of this video. Starting off on the main floor here, I love the design elements that this homeowner chose, doing the two-tone cabinets in the kitchen. I love the windows that Coventry provides in a lot of their homes. And then I think this fireplace is just asking for some great tile work to kind of go all the way up to the ceiling because it's such a focal point on this side of the living room. And then I love what they did here with a different paint color, a little bit darker up top with some good artwork, and then a fantastic light fixture that I think is unique for a living room. Everything about this main living area was well thought out, and I think they took some different design elements that are shown in the model home with Coventry, but incorporated their own personality in it. I think that that's very cool, and why building a home is so rewarding because you can make it your own. Or if you don't want to make it your own and you just love what you see, then just buy the resale. You obviously don't need to wait, and you know the view that you're getting, which you'll see here off the backyard soon enough. Let's move it into the kitchen. I want to show what they did here. First off, the island is massive, where you see the 4 chairs there, and there's still room on the sides. And then I like what they did from a design standpoint, turning the island blue, where it becomes the focal point of this kitchen, and then the perimeter cabinets and the backsplash are just a neutral color of white. I think that's a great design element, where sometimes I see homeowners, they take the best of everything or what they see as everything, and then it becomes very busy backsplash, busy countertop, busy island, and it just becomes a little bit too much. They all kind of compete with each other. Here, their design elements were so much more balanced. Now, what I like about the Kaufman Plan is in the kitchen pantry, they usually have a working kitchen option, which is shown here, where they put an extension of the countertop and the cabinets and the backsplash here. Perfect for if you're somebody who has a lot of appliances. I know they're showing a toaster in here, but of course, if you have like a curing machine or blender, different things that it's tough to kind of keep in the island and then take out all the time, it's really nice to have it tucked away so it's not visible, but it's still accessible. So if you're somebody who uses these things every day, it's nice where you have still a large pantry, but you also have that working kitchen, and you can put some appliances in that area. Now here's a good look at the backsplash and the vent hood. I believe they call this flash, which I think has become a very popular backsplash. And the reason being, the surface is a little bit more wavy, so it looks different depending on how the light catches it. So it provides you a little bit more variance, but again, like we talked about before, it's a neutral color because the island is more of the focal point. Moving over to the breakfast nook area, I love the windows that are in here, especially when it backs up to greenery and a view that we're going to see here in a few seconds. But keep in mind, there is a separate dining area that we'll get to after I show you this backyard. This is why I really wanted to come out here to this home, is showcase what's possible in West Austin, where there are just nothing but hills. And we're actually in a community called the Hollows, which is split by 2 suburbs called Jonestown, Texas, and Lago Vista, Texas. I absolutely love this community because unlike other communities where the homes are a little bit more packed in and you end up having a lot of backyards that face out to each other, in this community, the roads kind of snake out in a pattern, more of a curved fashion, so a lot of homes back up to greenery. And so this is a good look at a typical backyard. So this is not a model home. Again, this is a resale home that was built in 2019. And take a look at this backyard view. It's absolutely amazing. You get this big deck. So the builders do need to have a way for you to access your backyard. They can't just leave it like a piece of concrete up in the air and then just let it hang out like a cliff. That would obviously be unsafe. So they do need a passage to get down, and that can vary quite a bit. Sometimes it's a stairwell that goes down to a landing and then goes all the way down. Sometimes it's a deck. It really depends on the builder, the lot, and kind of each lot can be very different. Getting back to the community of the Hollows, once upon a time, this area was so far outside of Austin. I think people were hesitant to venture out to this area, but now with so much development around the Leander, Cedar Park area, this home and this community are pretty much 20 minutes away from the amenities in those suburbs. And to get a view like this and back up to greenery where it's just peaceful, serene, and then on top of that, the amenities in this community were just finished out maybe 3 to 6 months ago. And it is a resort style amenity center where it's got like a pool that has an amazing view. It's kind of built up on a hill, and it's just breathtaking when you're up there. So definitely something to check out. If you are interested in something like the Hollows, reach out to me. My information's in the description of this video, and I've worked with quite a few clients in this area and love coming out to this community. Getting back to the plan, I like the Butlers Pantry that they have in this between the dining room and the kitchen. Perfect for parties. It's almost like set up to serve food or drinks in that area. And then this is a good size dining room where the windows, as with most Coventry plans, they open up the space really well. I also like what the homeowner did, where they used the same color palette as the kitchen island to kind of complement this space, where this one wall has that similar tone, that similar color palette. And I think if you're eating a lot at night, it's nice where if you just have kind of like that calm blue color in the back to kind of wind things down after dinner. And then great light fixtures, even very cool artwork that they used here, which I think when you're just seeing a home that is not furnished, so difficult to imagine. But if you see what I think is a fantastic design done by a homeowner and not a model home, so you realize that there are homeowners that do these types of things to make their space feel so much cooler. I think it's great to see these types of things. It makes a massive difference when walking through. And then like we talked about at the beginning of the video, this home has 4.5 bathrooms, so 2.5 are downstairs. And for this powder bathroom, I think they did that cabinetry aftermarket. I usually don't see builders provide that wide of a powder bath cabinet, and so I have a feeling they did that aftermarket. And if you're building from scratch, I've had people do that before, where they just get the base level pedestal sink with the builder, and then aftermarket, once they close, they just remove it and just put in whatever they want. So not incredibly difficult to do, and especially with the amount of supply chain issues builders have been having, if you don't like their options, figure out what you can do aftermarket. There might be better options. Coming back to the study at the front of the home, I love the pitch ceiling in here and the windows, especially with so many people working from home. I think it's great to have this type of space that you can really enjoy and not feel like you're in a cramped space all the time. And then I like what they did here with the floating shelves on the side there. I think that's something else that they did aftermarket. I don't really see too many builders doing floating shelves like that. But I like how they put lights on top, which they probably did with the builder, to kind of, put some attention in that area. And then they kept it simple up top, just a fan light. Sometimes I see people put maybe like 4 lights in the study if they really like it well lit. But certainly there's some personal preference there. And then we'll head to the owner's bedroom and bathroom next. But first, I just want to show you, this is access to a 2-car garage. It is a 3-car garage in this home, but they have a separate carriage garage. And then that would be access to your 2-car garage. Like most resales, a lot of these sellers have belongings stored in their garage, and then everything else looks nice. So I'll spare you that visual, but it's a pretty standard 2-car garage. And then actually through that doorway ahead of there in the laundry room, which we'll get to in a few minutes, you'll see it again. That would be your way of accessing your 1-car garage. Now here is a look at the owner's bedroom. Again, I like how well this opens up, where they have the tray ceiling, they have the bay windows, where you have 4 windows across that wall. That's usually a structural upgrade in the home, where normally that would be 3 windows and just a straight wall instead of having that curve. I think, as you can tell, if you have a view out the backyard like this, that bay window upgrade is almost a must-have at that point. And in case you weren't sure about that, I'll give you a closer look of that view. And if you can imagine just getting up out of bed, moving the curtains to the side, and then you got all this light kind of coming in, and you get a view of a hillside like that out to greenery. This is why people come out to the hollows and communities around this area, where it's just nothing but rolling hills, greenery. And there are other communities around here that are like this with these hills. Treviso is another one that's very popular. You have Lakeside at Tessera, which is located in Lago Vista. And then keep in mind, these hills go all the way up and down the western part of Austin, where you have other suburbs like Lakeway, Dripping Springs, and then those hills go all the way down to Canyon Lake and North San Antonio. So there are quite a few options if you like this type of hillside, greenery type of view. Reach out to me again if you need help with that. If I can't help you, I at least connect you with a realtor partner that's specialized in the area that you're interested in and the criteria that you have. Getting back to the plan, I love this owner shower. They have the double bench there, and I like how they just use this simple tile on the walls, but they ran it all the way up to the ceiling. And it's just like different elements of where you want to put your money. Instead of going with like a very expensive tile, they just kept it simple. But I think going up to the ceiling in the owner shower is a great idea, especially when you have these tall ceilings. And then for the mirror frames, keep in mind with builders, it depends on supply chain. I've seen some prices come back on a frame mirror and it's just very expensive. It's something really easy to do aftermarket. You just want to ask your builder to, if you're planning on doing it right away aftermarket, to not include mirrors. It is so much easier when you just don't have them on there, because then you can just buy whatever you want, tack it on. Whereas if you use mirrors with the builder and then take it off aftermarket, they usually use glue, especially on that size of a mirror, and then obviously ripping that off, it starts to damage the drywall, and then you got to fix that up, and it might be a little bit more tedious to do. It's so much easier to just don't put the mirrors in if you're planning on putting them in right aftermarket. Now, in the owner's closet, they do have a separate door that's accessible to the laundry. Double check some of these things. Don't think that they're always included in the base price. Some of these things can be upgrades, and it can vary from each community to community. Focusing on the flow and windows, which I keep referring to, take a look at that window that they somehow fit in here in the closet. And I think these are things that make a big difference when you walk into this closet and there's some sunlight coming in the morning. And these are things people usually don't see just looking at a floor plan on a website. So that's why I like to get these walkthroughs out there, so you can really start to imagine these homes on an amazing lot. And even walking through here, I almost missed this window. So here's a window in the bathroom, and it has a view like this in the bathroom, right? So I think these are just very cool elements of a home, where if you're on your daily routine in the morning, if you can just catch different glimpses of your view, I think it just makes the home that much more special. And it's funny, I just had a homeowner where their home got to frame stage so we could see where all the windows are, we knew they had an amazing view out the backyard, but in their bathroom there are amazing views off the windows in their bathroom, and that's just something we never imagined. So sometimes it's just a fun surprise. And then here's the laundry room. So that door on the left goes to the owner's closet. That door straight ahead would give you access to the 3-car garage. And then on this side, there is a second bedroom downstairs. So if you have parents staying with you or somebody you don't want going up and down the steps, they do have a full in-suite bathroom. It's a very large size, as you can tell here, and it does have a walk-in shower. There are different upgrades. Again, these are all things that you want to double check if you are building from scratch. But for this specific home, I like some of the tile work that they did, some of the design elements, but also this is very practical. If you have a second bedroom and bathroom down, it's ideal to have that walk-in shower like they do. Only thing I would maybe ask for is if they have a mud set that takes out that acrylic pan, so there's less of a lip you have to hop over. But at the end of the day, I mean, something's better than a bathtub if you're going to have that second bedroom down. And this is a good sized bedroom. So Coventry doesn't post their dimensions online, so I don't want to quote it because these can shift over time. But I would say, again, the flow of the space is, generally speaking, when we're over 4,100 square feet, you can expect to have a substantially bigger bedroom down, rather than when on these smaller floor plans where they're trying to squeeze in as much space as possible. Okay, let's head upstairs. And upstairs, they're gonna have 3 bedrooms, a game room, and a media room, and it's just open everywhere. I think this is one of Coventry's best floor plans that they have. because it checks so many different boxes. Where if you want that grand entrance, check, you have this great stairwell. If you want an open concept, it's open to the second story pretty much everywhere in the house that it could possibly be open to the second story in. And then 2 bedrooms down, study down, dining room down. This specific home has an amazing view off the side of the home. As you see here in the game room, it has that great deck in the backyard. This just seems to check every box that people have when they're moving to Austin. They want to be around greenery, they want to be around beauty, they still want to have that Texas home that has a lot of square footage, because they're probably coming from an area where their dollar doesn't go as far, or they're just in a cramped area where they just don't build houses like this. And that's why I think so many people are moving here. Or if you can imagine, you got that game room with the view, and then check out this media room. You have the screen right in front of you, you have speakers in the ceilings. And then I like how they separated this area, where if there's a lot of traffic kind of coming in and out of here between the game room and the media room, it's nice to just leave outdoors, but use this kind of heavier set curtain. I don't know if there's a separate name for what these are called. Let me know in the comment section, but I'm just calling it a little bit of a heavier curtain that they use to kind of separate the rooms. And I think that that's a really cool idea. In fact, I don't think I've ever seen that in a model home. Usually they might try to do like a sliding door or something like that, but obviously you need a space for that door to slide. But here, good use of those curtains. And then like I mentioned before, it's open in the second story, anywhere it could possibly be in this home. And I think that that's a great look at the living room. Again, love what they did with the design elements there. Now there are 3 bedrooms upstairs. So we have 1 bedroom here that's a little bit more private from the other 2 bedrooms that are at the front of the home. This bedroom does have an in-suite full bathroom. And then again, they keep incorporating different design elements. You have like a shiplap wall on that back side. You have a walk-in closet where Coventry again fits windows wherever they can, even a window on that left side. And then 4.5 bathrooms, so we have 2 bathrooms upstairs. So this would be the bathroom that again has an in-suite full bathroom. And then I like how they mixed up the tiles. It may not be necessary in the spare bathrooms upstairs because a lot of times that curtain's going to be closed and you're probably not going to see the tile behind it. I like how they just changed it up. They kept the tiles simple, but every bathroom's a little bit different from each other, but still along, you know, the same palette I think they're using, where they use a lot of whites, grays, and then they incorporated some blues into their home. And then I want to correct one thing I mentioned at the beginning of the video. I think I mentioned this as a 5-bedroom. It's actually a 4-bedroom. So I'm counting 2 bedrooms down, 2 bedrooms up. I think that might have been something that was mislabeled, but that's okay. That's why we walk homes and do this together, is just to double check everything that's in here. And moving back to this game room, I don't think I showed this to start. Check out the view that's off the side of this home. This is why Coventry was awarded a spot in this prestigious community of the Hollows. It's because I believe the developer probably saw what I'm seeing now, is these great plans that open up well with fantastic windows. It's perfect for a community that has all these amazing views, where you have the views off the side of this home and the back. I think this was a great plan to build on this particular lot. Now here's the 4th bedroom. Again, 2 bedrooms upstairs. There are some options that you could do building from scratch that Coventry usually offers, where if you wanted to add a 5th bedroom, you could actually change a media room to be another bedroom, full bathroom. And then if you wanted to add a 6th bedroom on top of that, next to the 1st bedroom we saw on the 2nd floor, right of the stairwell when you walk out, you could add another bedroom, full bathroom there. So if you did all of them, this could actually end up being a 6-bedroom, 6.5 bathroom home, which is pretty incredible. And then square footage is a little bit more than this current plan. Not sure why you would need that many bedrooms, but maybe, hey, big family, or maybe lots of guests coming in. You never know. There could be a situation for it. So if you like this Coventry plan and want to see another one, click on the thumbnail that's appeared on your screen. And then if you are looking at real estate in the Austin area, reach out to me. My information's in the description of this video. If I think your criteria that you have for your home is a better fit for another realtor, I have many partners I can connect you with, so don't hesitate to reach out. And then again, I appreciate the listing agent for this home, Emily Dieckmann at Keller Williams Realty. Thank you for allowing me to post this on the channel to show what's possible in this community. And for everyone out there, if you want more walkthroughs like this, subscribe to the channel. Thanks everyone, take care.